It's time for old scores to be settled and the debates to be silenced.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Here it is, Metal Gear, every snake, ranked in terms of strength. Finally, number 8, Raiden. Sorry, Raiden, but you're at the bottom of our list, and really, it's no fault of his own. The point is, he's just some guy in a double-blind test. Raiden is more or less an experiment trapped within a series of unrelated experiments. One of them involved giving him the title of Snake, as he investigates the international incident at the Big Shell Station. When you really look at who he was fighting, namely a dude drinking milkshakes on roller skates, or, well, a magnet, he's kind of a lucky chump who spent most of his life vicariously experiencing war within virtual reality. And let me tell you, just because you know a lot about video games doesn't mean you know anything else about— wait a minute. Let's move on. Number 7, Cyborg Raiden. Oh, I bet you're wondering how we're going to wiggle out of this one. This former snake-turned-robot ninja, now wielding a giant blade to cut down even the strongest of bipedal machines, is only a knock above his all-human form. So sure, he's the strongest, but is he a snake? We think not. He essentially abandoned the title at the end of Metal Gear Solid 2, and the further away he moved from that moniker, the more powerful he became. So would it not be unreasonable to submit that Raiden, much like a snake, had to shed his former skin to become more powerful, or whatever snakes do? Look, either way, he can't go beyond number 7, but whatever you do, please play Metal Gear Rising. It's tremendous. Number 6, Old Snake. Look, we've already agreed that the same character can be on the list twice. I was there, you were there, we all agreed. So don't try and deny it now. Also, it would be really unfair to one of our later entries to be given the geriatric baggage of Old Snake. Look, we all get old, no shame in that, but Snake's genes are quite literally aging him multiple times faster than a normal human being. But this also showcases how smart Snake is, taking on a series of, models in closely fought death matches, which sees our old man coming out ahead by using his own quick-witted solutions. Well, okay, actually Otacon has to help him a lot, but still he's pulling off strength most men half his age, actually most men normal his age, simply could not do. A super soldier till the end, and undeniably a strong Snake. Number 5, Solid Snake. Starting off as a humble soldier on the MSX, players have seen Solid Snake grow into a one-man army, albeit reluctantly. Snake easily disposes of world-class assassins and navigates the world's most dangerous environments, heavily guarded, heavily armed, and constantly monitored. Yet, he escapes largely unscathed. Well, mostly unscathed, at least enough to continue the story. Solid Snake's philosophies on the role of his soldiers are stark, yet he warns of the murkiness of bureaucracy and fights mostly as an anti-war, anti-nuclear spy following the events at Outer Heaven in the first Metal Gear Solid. Plus, you know, he fights a lot of tanks throughout his career. Regular tanks, nuclear tanks, bipedal tanks, whatever. Somehow this guy is putting down these machines single-handedly by ducking and shooting. If that's not strength, I don't know what is. Number 4, Solidus Snake. I suppose we should finally acknowledge the dirty little secret in our vast majority of our lists. Clones, or at least cloning, is a major theme in the Metal Gear stories. While Solid Snake was the clone of a legendary super soldier, the exact role of his genes have been under some speculation over the years. Is he the inferior or the superior clone? The answer is actually not really the point, but later the subject was revisited in Metal Gear Solid 2 with Solidus Snake, the former president of the United States and a perfect clone. Plus, he kind of dresses like a transformer, which is appropriate given his Mack truck dashing abilities and his prowess with a samurai sword. Is that weird? Sure is. Does that mean he's really physically stronger than Solid Snake? Dude, the man can dash in real life. Yes. Number 3, Liquid Snake. The other half of the Les Enfants Terribles cloning project. Wait, I don't think I said that right. This super soldier was obsessed with understanding his origins and his biological brother, Solid Snake. Oh, and he died. Yeah, died real early. That's really important to understanding why he's on this list. See, Liquid died due to fox die, which is itself a long story. And then he had his arm re-sewn onto Revolver Ocelot's arm, after Ocelot lost his arm when the robot ninja, and that robot ninja was actually— you know what? This is a bunch of nonsense, isn't it? Well, don't tell that to Liquid Snake. He takes himself very seriously. In fact, he takes over Revolver Ocelot's body from time to time. Does that make sense? Well, Kojima did come up with an answer by Metal Gear Solid 4 to explain the nanomachine process. So in short, no, it didn't make any sense. Would I change a second of it? Absolutely not. Liquid lives on after death out of pure spite, and that's certainly a type of strength right? Number 2, Venom Snake. Many assumed The Phantom Pain would be a straightforward enough sequel for the franchise after its extended stay on the PSP with a plethora of goofy and much-loved shenanigans. Instead, the next Metal Gear expanded on those underplayed stories and introduced players to the mysterious Venom Snake, now voiced by Kiefer Sutherland, as he becomes the big boss the many prequels have been leading up to, amassing a personal army and displaying military strength not seen by a snake before. But there's something else going on here, and frankly, it's too interesting to spoil, so we'll say this instead. This is a series of clones and impersonators with a plethora of plot twists and shifting titles, so don't be so certain you understand what's going on here. Sadly, we'll never really know what's going on here either. The story simply is not there, and it's obvious Kojima had more to say before Konami excused him. What a shame. Venom Snake rocks. Number 1, Big Boss. Without Big Boss, there would be no Metal Gear. First introduced as an ally in the MSX original, his allegiances and purpose shifted in several sequels, as both a playable character and a supporting story character. And while Solid Snake is certainly the first name associated with the series and the Snake title, clones Liquid, Solid, and Solidus proactively shaped the state of the world and political factions, connecting from one generation by eliminating the Golden Age Cobra unit and building the future generation of guerrilla warfare with his borderless mercenary gangs of volunteering kidnapped soldiers who were all given his expert CQC training, resulting in a respect and loyalty none could even come close to on this list. Plus, in Metal Gear Solid 3, he hunted the apes from Ape Escape in one of those side modes. It was really fun, and honestly, that's what really put him over the edge here. Just kidding. And there you have it. Every snake ranked in terms of strength. Seriously, if you haven't played Metal Gear Solid, what are you doing? These are classics. In fact, we've got even more Metal Gear stories, features, and lists, so keep sneaking around here on Game Rant. And we'll see you soon.